Flint's Truth by Richard S. Wheeler. A journalist is a grumbler, a censurer, a giver of advice, a regent of sovereigns, a tutor of nations. 4 hostile newspapers are more to be feared than 1,000 bayonets. Napoleon Bonaparte. Chapter 1. Sam Flint could see the bonanza town, Oro Blanco, nestled in a hanging valley a mile or so ahead, but he reined in his impatience. Grant and Sherman were tired. The wagon load weighed more than 2 mules should have to tug, especially uphill. Flint dropped to the ground and walked beside Black Sherman, the off mule, knowing that the move would spare the team 180 pounds. The bulk of the load, a Washington flatbed press, several cases of Caslon type, page forms, newsprint, a cask of powdered ink, and his personal gear, weighed enough to have been hauled by 4 mules. A half-mile below the booming gold camp, he came upon the cemetery on an arid flat, dotted by juniper and bristling with headstones and picket fences. Someone was being buried. 100 or so mourners stood around a priest dressed in a white lace chasuble. The bare-headed swart men clutched their sombreros. The women had veiled themselves in black mantillas. The crowd made a defiant black hole in a sun-whitened, glaring land that made his eyes water. Flint paused to let his mules rest. The distant mass of mourners paid him no heed. He wondered whether Oro Blanco would be largely Mexican. He could compose a story in Latin as easily as he could in English, but not Spanish. Maybe Oro Blanco wasn't the place to set up shop. His newspaper needed English-speaking readers and advertisers. He would write a generous obituary for the dead Mexican and hope some of the mourners could read it. The dead, as much as the living, deserved respect. A good newspaper, he thought, should weigh death even more than life. Each day the rolls of the quick and the dead changed. Nothing graced a public paper more than its esteem for those who had toiled, laughed, and wept before passing into the beyond. Flint remembered Seneca's thoughts about death. A punishment to some a gift, and to many a favor. He hawed his reluctant mule.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?